Okay, so story time. We pulled up to this event and there was a lot of police around. And we were thinking, oh, the vendor coordinators, they're very good at like blocking off the street and make sure vendors can go in and move their car in a timely fashion. So we were like, oh, this is great. But we thought it was an odd amount of police who were, around to help with the vendor setup because it was on such a small street, but it is a busy area. So long story short, we pull up to the event. We get in. Their helicopter starts to fly over, and we're like, "Oh, that's weird, but okay, helicopter, whatever." Fast forward to we find out that a guy has just been shot a block over, and not only has he been shot, he died from his injuries. So, it was a little bit concerning. We were like, "Huh, what's happening?" You're like, is the event going to get canceled? Is it worth setting up? Like, should we still go through with this? But we find out later that the shooter is still on the loose. And I believe to this day he's still on the loose. The incident came about and sounds like it was from a road rage incident. And the area that the market was in is a pretty safe, affluent area. So we were all pretty confused, a little shaken up because you're just like, okay, the shooter's still on the loose. Should we still set up? Are we going to be okay? Um, just a lot of emotions to process. And as a therapist, you're like, okay, this is a lot of stimulus going on. Long story short, we still set up and the vendor market went okay. It was a bit concerning because it wasn't a high amount of foot traffic, but I don't think there was a lot of foot traffic because, not because of the shooting, but because it was also 1,000 degrees outside. So, it could have been a combination of both. But either way, I think the event for what it was went pretty well. I have done this event on multiple occasions, so I did have high expectations and hopes, but given the situation, and the sadness that a young man lost his life, it was, I guess, the best I could ask for. Um, and again, it's like a lot of feelings to process because you don't want to feel like, oh, you're being selfish that, someone lost their life, but you're like, can I still run a business? I don't know. I never experienced this as a business owner. Like, what do you do? Um, but all in all, I pray for that man's family. I hope they find the shooter. But I feel like this is also just a sign to be kind to one another. Like, be patient, think before you speak, before you act. It sounds like the shooting was due to road rage, but it was unclear if the guys knew each other or, speculation is that it was road rage. And I don't think, we should let it get to that point where we take someone's life out of anger and rage. Also, with it being 1,000 degrees, I think that messes with people's mood and mental health too. I know here I forgot to put my table runners on. After I put everything on the table, I forgot the table runners, so I had to move them again. But I also just think I wasn't in my right mind with the heat with what just happened, thinking that knowing that someone just died a block away. And you hear this stuff on the news all the time, but when you near the situation or you see a news team behind you or you get interviewed, because I did get interviewed by a news person, it was just a lot going on, a lot to process, but we pulled through. We still set up and the market went okay, and I still plan to do it next month. So we'll see how next month goes. I will try to record this setup and let you know if this next month is better than this one. I hope so, and I hope no one else gets injured or no incidents occur anywhere. Well, thanks for watching, and here's the rest of my setup. Bye.